Today I have ventured onto an allotment site that's become a bit of a friend of the channel. For the last few years I have been visiting the paddocks over in Merton, and today is their annual summer show, and I will be going to see the show. But in this video I'm going to visit one plot in particular. When I visited the site last year, I came across this allotment with a beautiful scarecrow, and it's no surprise that they won first prize for it. But there were many elements of this allotment that I absolutely fell in love with, and a few days later I discovered that this couple were running an Instagram page. As you can see in the background of this picture, the plot next door is derelict. Well, they had the opportunity to take it on, and on this plot they have built their own shed. So I've returned to check it out.
So this shed is built all out of stuff we found or picked up for free. The oak floor, it was thrown in a skip outside my work, so I pulled that out, and that's why it's this size, because it was only big enough to do 7 foot by 6 foot. And it's quite good fun, and it's going to be hopefully our little place to have a cup of tea and have dinner. I'll put this this is
All right.
little space saver table. I put that in the other week.
That's an idea.
Yeah, just so we got somewhere for your cups of tea, and then.
And what I love is the stained glass windows you've got.
Yeah, someone had that. They were chucking them out. Made little frames for them and put them in. That one, and then you got one above your head as well. Which that one I did actually buy. I bought that for 30 quid, and that made a home here, a new home here.
So did you design the shed, or did the shed design itself?
Bit of both, a little bit of both. So we kind of knew we wanted the tools separate, because we've got a little shed over there, and that has it's a bit of a mess. And when it's rainy and cold, you kind of throw the tools from the door in, and it kind of gets a bit muddy. So we put another door on the other side of this for our tools, and then this bit became our little home.
So the plan is to keep this bit clean.
Ideally, it's not working too well at the moment, but hopefully we'll get there. There's still bits and pieces need finishing, and then it'll be nice, minimal living. I doubt it.
This one, another little birdhouse from that's like an old Victorian iron.
All right.
Yeah, little antique iron. So that's sweet.
I forget what they call them now. A flat iron.
Oh yeah.
And what's in that cupboard? Is that where all the biscuits are?
It will be. It's a mini cheddars at present.
So how much did this cost you then?
I think about 50 quid in total. We bought a couple of hinges and some screws, and that's about it. The blue membrane came from a friend who was having an extension, and so we put a bit of that on it. Someone was going to burn all these floorboards, and these came out of a skip. But yeah, little and often. It slows you down making it, because you can't get it all done in a weekend, because you can't go to a shop. But it makes it a bit more fun and a bit prettier, I think.
Do you find now that you tend to favour this one as opposed to your first one?
Yeah. This one, the first one's it's on its way out, and it might end up recycled into something else, but he's kind of I think on the way out, and this is gonna once the kettle moves into here, this is gonna be home, I think.
And I get that is a running theme throughout your entire plot. It's what's available from a skip.
Yeah.
Recycling to the fullest.
All the bricks, all the bins, and there's a few water tanks. A lot of people have started selling them now because they're pretty. But people still throw them out, and you can go around and pick them up and kind of make them into something else.
Now, I've always wanted to build my own shed, but I just can't seem to bring myself to do it. And it's just basically a structure, and then you just tack the wood on.
Yeah, that's all it is. A load of beams. You can see with the roof, there's sort of like a couple of beams going through it, and then you just clad it. And then the cladding sort of like make sure it's nice and strong. and they're a lot sturdier than the ones you buy at Wickes, and sheds are really expensive now.
Just as you said that, I was thinking to myself, you can actually feel the strength of it. The wind's not going to blow this over.
No, it shouldn't go anywhere. Touch wood, it shouldn't go anywhere now. We have got an oak tree above us. That's the only thing I think that can have us now. Yeah.
And it's so good just to come in and sit it when the rain is coming or the snow is coming down.
Yeah, it's
The only thing you haven't got here is a wood burning stove. Yet.
No, not yet. If we can fit one in, I'll try and do that.
In fact, there might be a bit of space in the back there.
little cubby area. That might pull the shed down. Might get a bit too toasty. But you've got to have a shed.
So talk to me about your actual plot. Is there a design to it, or is it a case of you just do a bit each time you come down?
A bit. We kind of, the first year we were here, it was the end of lockdown, so we kind of had a bit more time, and it was quite nice weather-wise and stuff. So we cleared quite a lot, and there was a few fruit trees. The grapevines were still there, and we didn't want to pull them up, but we've changed how they were. They kind of had them on trellis and stuff. We've now got them on wires running across the thing, and there's a few fruit trees which we then espaliered to kind of get them to, turn it into our own, but not started from scratch. You kind of keep some of the good bits, and we put paths down because it floods. It gets quite muddy in the winter, so we put a few brick paths down, which is a bit of a walk to get your bricks up here, but it's worth it in the winter when you're not wading through mud.
Yeah, because you're on the furthest point of the site, which is bad to bring things to your plot, but good because you're isolated a bit.
Yeah,
you can go into your fantasy world of you're on your own land.
Yeah, we got the dream. We got the dream now. We've got all the trees and woodlands and all that round, and it kind of, and where our fruit trees round the edge of the plot, it kind of shields us from everyone else and stuff. So it is. It's a nice place to be. You kind of, even when it is raining. When you first take on the plot, we sort of did quite a bit of like looking into it to see if we've got time, and people sort of saying, "Oh, you want to spend at least 12 hours a month there, sort of 3 hours a week as a minimum." And you're like, "Will we be able to sort of like squeeze that time out?" And we're here hours and hours and hours. You get here in the morning and you go home. Yeah, you go home to sleep, really.
So what would you say to somebody who's a bit apprehensive about building their own shed?
Give it a go. Draw it out. Do a couple of little sketches, and whether you're buying the wood or finding it and doing it. A lot of people throw out the doors from a loft extension. So people rip out their roof beams and stuff, all the old ones. That's good timber.
And where'd you find all this stuff?
Skips.
Right.
Skips and gum tree. Gum tree is a good one. But mostly skips and stuff. And yeah, just do a couple of doodles and start with the floor and then build up, and you'll be alright. And yeah, it'll be nice. Be good fun. You get better at making it, and as it
I would imagine
evolve.
Once you've done the first shed, you then want to do more.
You do. It's got a bit of a. So I think there's a lean-to planned. Someone's throwing out some old slate tiles, so I've got some of them around the back of the shed. I think that might have a little bit of a slate roof on it.
So you've started to Instagram your plot.
Yeah. Anna's been Instagramming it. We've tried. We get carried away when we're here, so we try and do a before and after and stuff, and we either do the before and then forget to do the after, or vice versa. But we're getting, we kind of peaks and troughs with the Instagram, but we try as much as we can to.
Well, it's good for you to keep a record, but it gives inspiration to people. It gives them ideas.
Yeah, hopefully it kind of, and you look back. What's quite good about it as well, you can see what happens each year, and you're like, oh, we had tomatoes in June, and this year we're still waiting for the right ones now. but you know, you kind of it reminds you when to plant things out and put your seedlings in and stuff.
Well, that is certainly a fascinating shed, giving me a bit of impetus to start planning my own shed. Now, I've walked around the site and I'll put a link to that video below, along with all the other videos that I've made on this site here called the Paddocks. So I will catch up with you very soon back on my own allotment. So until then, from me, bye for now.